Hello YouTube, Bill number 3 down here in the Carolinas. Cat down here wanting to play today. But I recently sold this little box here. It was built by Ray up in Elkin, North Carolina. And I just recently sent it back to him to get a new transformer put in it. And he redid the rectifier board and everything in it. And put a bunch of new tubes in it. And I sold it to a boy in Washington State, and he returned it because he said it doesn't work or defective. I just got it back in today. Sold it to him for $300, and I mean, it's a good little amp. Puts out 300 watts. Got sideband on it. It's got a high and a low, but he said it falls back in wattage. And he just wasn't happy with it. So he wants a refund, in which I told him I'd give him a refund if it showed up in the same order that when it left. And I think it has. So I'll give him a refund here in a little bit. I'm going to take the top off of it and look at it, make sure I ain't done that to the inside of it, because you never know. But anyways, here's the wattage output on it. It's only those is 20 watt scale. I'm just going to show you that he says it falls back as it's keyed. Run the Cobra 29. I'm keying up. Turn the amp off. Put it on standby. The radio is keying, just the radio. It's dead keying about 1 1/4 watts. And as you can see, the radio rises a little bit. When it's keyed, you know, you might get a little rise and a little lay back. Cat's bothering me down here. That's the reason my hands blurred, shaking. I'm gonna turn the amp back on. See my cat. Pretty little thing, ain't she? Well, this is with the amp on. It's just dead key with 1 watt in. He said it settled off. It would go to 10 and it would back up. It's in a flat tube in it or something other. But he would have to hold the key for about 10 minutes for it to do it. 5 or 10 minutes. As you see, it's going up in wattage because it's building up heat. It's still keyed. And you know, of course, if I say something, then it's going to bury that. You go up to the 2000 watt scale. This is a modulator. Audio. It's about 325. This on the Bird. It's a 50 watt slug in it. And you know, of course, it's going to bury it. But let's show you the dumb dick. He says it drops back. And that was the only reason he sent it back. Trying to claim it was faulty. That's a 50 watt slug in that. And that's in RMS. The P kit ain't on. But he's saying it drops back in watts. There it is, keyed. He said it bleeds back in watts for some reason. Bleeds back. After a 10-minute key, it probably will. I ain't sitting here holding no 10 watt key, but I'm holding it. The amp's made for talking on, you know. That's barely talking into it. Audio. He claims it bleeds back. Maybe it's his radio bleeding back. You can see it's actually gaining a little watts because it's getting hot. I don't know. Audi. There's Dozy again. That's in a 2000 watt scale. He claims it would bleed back. Had a flat tube in it. 200 watt scale. It's going to go higher than that, but Alrighty. 2,000 watt scale. Audio. He claims something wrong with it. And if anybody knows Ray up in Elkin, I mean, he's a good guy. He's the one rebuilt it. I sold it as refurbished on the refurbished by Ray on the eBay ad. And this little crackerjack sends back and says something's wrong with it. Well, I'm not running it on anything that difficult as stock Cobra 29. Turn the amp off. Stock Cobra 29. Only thing's got a variable key on it. That's what the radio puts out. 20 watt scale. Keying up about 1 1/4 watts. Audio. It's about 12, maybe 13 watts. That's it. It's a 50 watt slug. That's in the RMS. Audio. 5 watts. Turn the peak kit on. Light come on. Audio. I don't know what his problem is. Maybe his radio's the one going back instead of the amplifier. But I don't know what his problem is. Turn the amp back on. Peak kit. This 20 watt scale. He said it would key 10 or 20 and would fall back. He said he was keying 20, which would have to be putting about 2 watts in it. Let's put 2 watts in it. Alright. Key the mic. Turn the amp off. Key the mic. About 2 watts in it. Focus. A little over 2 watts. Turn the amp back on. A little over 20. Go 200 watt scale. Dial it back to 20. Alright. Let's see if you see it bleed back. Nothing wrong with the radio, the amp. It's the idiot running it. So if you see this little fella on eBay, be worried because he oh God, I ain't no telling it the messages he sent me. But I will refund him his money. It's working. It ain't no problem. I just hate when somebody puts up an argument and tries to make me look bad on that, saying that first off, I didn't build this amplifier. It's still keyed. This is by Ray. Tries to say that the amplifier is something's wrong with it. I sold it and it was faulty. Well, one damn thing, I don't sell no faulty equipment. If something's wrong and I build it, I'll fix it back. You know, other than transistors, but I didn't build this and I knew it wasn't faulty. I mean, hell, Ray's 80-some years old, been building radios, amps for over 60 years probably. I mean, yes, he does make mistakes too, but I mean, if you see my pictures on here, transforming it was new, so what was out of it. And he put a new rectifier board and all that on over here. All that's new. And he put 4 brand new tubes in it. It's not a powerhouse amp, but it is a good driver for something other. I used to drive a 3CX800 with it and a 3CX1500 with it. And it made a good driver. But I just hate this cat's claiming there's something wrong with this amp when it's clearly not. It's still on. See, it's keying again. Still to 20 watts. And see, the dozy's off from the bird. This bird in peak hits off. The bird is showing about, let's see, a 50 watt slug. So the bird is showing about about 30 watts. And the dozy is showing about 25. Like I said, that dozy, I'm having issues with it anyways. I don't know what the little Cracker Jack's problem is, but it ain't falling back. Hello, hello, hello. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't know. Alright, just my 2 cents on him saying there's something wrong with this amp. More than he uses than it is anything. His radio must be dropping back, as far as I know. Because the amp sure ain't doing it. It's stock 29. And you know, as things builds up heat, it either goes up. Sometimes it will fall back. A sweep tube has been known to fall back in wattage a little bit. And I don't know if he may have one of those meters like this. You know, when you key it, see, it goes up and then it settles back. See the way that acts? He may have a meter like that, MFJ or something other. I know they'll sweep up and then come back. I don't know. But ain't nothing wrong with the amp. Audio. Audio. Alright, y'all have a good one. Mill number 3 down here in the Carolinas. And I got some power supplies to work on. That's a lot of fun. Alright, y'all have a good day. Later.